you ever looked to yourself and thought, wow, I'm addicted to video games? Well, that's the case if you feel like you're procrastinating, you're losing so much time, you can't concentrate on simple tasks like you're brushing your teeth and you're thinking about video games. You're watching a video and you're thinking about video games. You're sleeping and you're thinking about video games. That's the moment when you need to say, wait, am I doing something wrong? Am I wrong? Well, the answer to that is no. There's nothing wrong with you. A few years ago, I was actually addicted to video games. I woke up, I searched through social media, I ate my breakfast on the computer, and then I went to play video games all day. And that's what I did for a whole summer. And after that summer, I felt like I hadn't gained much. I lost even. And that's when I feel the worst. That's when I play video games. Because while you're playing, you're feeling so great. You feel that rush, that emotion. But then when it stops, you just sit there like, wow, I had homework to do. I didn't do any. I just don't know what to do. And then you feel lost, and then you feel like there's nothing left to give. But I found a solution to that. I don't want to give it like other YouTubers have given it already. My solution might... I believe that my solution isn't very known, because I kind of came up with it on my own, you know? So, what would I do to solve a video game addiction? First of all, you need to stop playing. That's the first rule. If you play, you're out. Because video games are a loophole that takes your brain and all your activity to focus on that task. It makes your dopamine centers go off like that. They just keep receiving dopamine, and then you keep going, and then it's a vicious cycle because you want more. And that's why even if you stop after a week, after 2 weeks, after a whole year, when you play a single game of any game, you'll then be drawn back to that game. I've played League of Legends for a long time. I've been through cycles. Like I would play for like 3 months straight. I would do nothing else, just play, and then I would stop. I wouldn't enjoy the game because I was so saturated by the game. Yes, that's how I stopped. I got so saturated of the game. The game didn't feel like fun anymore. It felt like a burden on myself. I didn't feel like, well, so funny, I want to play. Well, yeah, I wanted to play, but I didn't have any fun. So first of all, you need to not play. You're going to the computer. You're like, well, I want to play. I'm going to the computer. I'm already going. I'm already there. I'm sitting in my chair. I'm looking at my game, League of Legends, CSGO, Fortnite, etc. I click on it, and then what? Well, you've messed up. The first step is to stop playing video games. You need to rewire your brain so that you don't feel the need to play video games. That's the problem. Video games make you addicted, make you want to play them more. They just don't make them like, well, yeah, you can play, then go to your life and then come back. No. They want you there. They want your money. They want your time, because time is money, time is valuable. And you don't want to be wasting any time on that. You should, and you need to concentrate on your tasks. That's why personally I have right here paper with my whole tasks list to do on certain days. And if I play video games, for example, you imagine you have a test tomorrow. Even a week from now, if you play video games today, you'll be doing it tomorrow and tomorrow and the day after, the day after, and the day after. And then the day before the exam, you're like, oh, I messed up, I should have studied. Yeah, but it felt better playing video games. That's the problem. You feel better while you're playing and not studying and not doing the things you need, not working. And that's why the first rule, I want you to write that on a paper. I want you to write first rule and then write something like don't play video games. Stop playing them. Don't open the app. Disinstall. Take it off from your computer, your phone, everything. Take it off. That's how you control it. You need to control your environment. I know this has been said many times, but the first thing is to control your environment and lock you out from the game. And then what? You can't play the game, so you're just gonna sit there. Well, then you need to find something fun and that you enjoy doing. You need to replace the game feeling by something else. Like, for example, I also had that problem. So what did I start doing? I started playing the guitar. I started reading. It's actually very hard, and I understand you from that side. I understand that when you're like, when you feel like playing and you're like, oh, I want to play so much, I need it. But then you're like, and then your inner self wants you to read, you just can't. You don't feel like it. You feel like, well, I'm literally just gonna sit here until I have something else to do. I know. And that's why you need to create you just can't do something productive to replace the video games. You need to also do something you enjoy, because this is a very, very, very tiny difference between doing video games and doing something that you enjoy. When you're playing video games, you just keep going and going and going back and going, and then you're on a loop that goes hours long. You just sit there playing. But if you're doing something that you enjoy, that of course isn't like checking social media and that kind of stuff, you will go like this. You'll go in, and then you're gonna stay in. You're gonna enjoy the moment to the fullest. And then when you feel like you don't feel doing that no more, going to do something else that you enjoy. A personal project. That's one of my favorites. That's how I literally spend my time, is creating personal projects and pursuing them. That's very important, because if you don't have goals, you won't make any progress in your life. You'll be stuck with a life that you don't enjoy. I'm not even talking about the 9 to 5. I'm talking about literally life here that you're like garbage, that you just don't like. And we want a life that we enjoy, right? We don't want to have a life, right, like, well, wake up, I don't want to wake up 5 a.m. Oh, I'm late, run to work. Yeah, I hate the boss. Yeah. Talk. Then I go home, I sit on my computer, I play games. And then I'm like, oh, I messed up. I should have done that assignment or that work I had to do, because I couldn't do it on my job because I didn't feel like it. And then you're like, oh, I'm fired. Oh, my life is bad. It's like that thing of the pen, that you lose your pen, you won't be able to write the notes, and then the notes you can study, can pass the test. It's all that stuff. It goes like this. Imagine a graphic. Imagine this is the decision where you stop playing video games. When you stop playing, when you feel like, when you want to play, when you play video games, it goes like this. It goes up. This is the enjoyment. The enjoyment is the y-axis. The enjoyment goes up, and you feel, oh, this is so great. I feel so great. But then, boom. The enjoyment goes down because you feel bad for doing it, and also the consequences are bad. But doing something that's productive, that you enjoy, it's not even like this. It's like more like a line here, because you're enjoying it, but you know it's being productive. You know it's sometimes it's hard. You can do it always, like playing video games. But then the consequences are so good. It's a very long term. You can't be thinking about it short term. The dopamine centers of our brain are rewired, are messed up from all the social media and all of that, those things. That's one way that you can stop playing video games. That's my personal way. And I'm gonna summarize it all. First of all, get rid of all the games. Get yourself away from all the games. Yeah, get rid. It's the most important thing. If you can't see them, you won't play them. Easily as that. It's like your parents did. They took my computer and I couldn't play them, right? I had to do something else. That's the best way. If you can't see them, if you can't see your problems, there are no problems at all. Then you just need to fill the gap that not playing video games will create. You need to fill it in with the projects, with what you want with your life. You can't just sit there like, oh, well, then what? You need to fill it in. You fill the gaps. You fill what. If you don't have something to do, go grab something to do, something that you like and that you feel like that's productive, and you stop playing video games in no time. You just need to fill the gaps. Stay away from them. And every time the feeling comes to your head like, oh, I need to play them, I just can't live without them, you just need to sit there, get to your head, throw some slaps or two, focus, and ask yourself just the question: do I actually want to stop playing video games? Do I want it? And then you'll just have to answer, yes, I want.